Street Fighter V is the worst thing in the history of anything ever. Well, pretty much. Yeah, I'm not even going to make a joke this time. So, Capcom pulled a stupid and only made it worse as time went on. So let's add that into the mix, and just to satiate some people, I even made the effort to look at both versions. But let's start from the beginning. A few days ago, Street Fighter V released for the PS4, and little to my knowledge, it was a broken, unfinished mess. I mean, I knew about the missing content that we're going to cover later, but I did not know about the laggy inputs and such. Keep this in mind, we're also going to bring this up later. Then, it came out on PC, and holy shit, it was fucked according to the reviews. As in, nothing worked at all. Some people could not even get the game to launch, but I had no idea how bad it was. As I thought to myself, it's a fighter. At its basic premise, it's two guys punching the shit out of each other. It's not like a huge open world like Skyrim with millions of trees and people and events. It's one room, two guys, and such a simple premise. How can you fuck up something as simple as a fighting game so bad? Then I played it, and I found out. Then, after 1 hour 20 minutes, I returned it, as I sure as shit was not going to let them have any kind of money for this mess. So where the hell do we begin? I guess with the startup, as first off, I hope it starts up for you. Yes, they screwed up the PC port so bad that many people could not even get the game running, let alone play the thing, hence the delay on this review. So, now we have the game running, let's head over to the tournament and poon some noobs online. No, that's not happening. Again, Capcom completely fucking the job over, with everyone on both PC and PS4 versions getting the 2100D error and connection errors. So, I guess we'll have to come back to that when online is working. Well, seems we can't play it right now, let's at least look at it. How does it look? I would say it looks okay. I mean, there are clearly a few shaders missing, but it looks okay. I would say that, but that's only for the PS4 version, which is locked to 30 frames a second. And because most PCs can do so much more than that, but they still insist on locking it to 30 frames per second like the PS4 version, it makes it have some janky animation and screen tearing. What's that? The janky animation is not due to frame rate lock. It's just a poorly optimised piece of shit. Regardless, we finally got it working, and let me state this. I had 3 PC users use this game, or buy this game. One of them being my tech guy who got this game on his supercomputer. And after it finally started working and we could get a good look at it on an ultra high-end gaming PC, turns out, once again, AAA has made a rushed PC version to piss off the PC user base with locked frame rate, poorly optimized performance, get this one, no PS4 stick support, input lag, which is a death sentence in a fighting game, 201D error and no internet connections, and the thing just flat out not working or failing to launch altogether. Now, you think this would be bad enough, but it doesn't stop there. As if, and I mean if, you can get the PC version working, and working well enough, minus online, as forget that sunshine, you're never getting online. You will notice there is no content whatsoever. Each story is literally 4 fight-long tutorials, and that is all there is for the most part. Even the character roster is severely lacking. Like, half the cast is missing. This feels like a game that's in its alpha state. Oh wait, it is. For you see, dear viewer, On both versions, all the content that is supposed to be there, you know, the $60 worth of content you're paying for, is not yet finished. Apparently, according to Capcom, they did not have enough time to finish and fix everything and will release it later. Once again, proving AAA's own incompetence and doing what EA and Ubisoft do with the release it now, fix it later, making Street Fighter V no better than Ass Creed Unity, no better than Arkham Shite. They want your $60 for the broken mess now, and we will fix it later. Oh, but it does not stop there, as everything they were making statements about turned out to be lies, which is not something you want to do. So let's go over their lies as well, shall we? The 2100D and connection errors. We did not have time to finish setting up the servers. Please be patient and a patch will be released soon. That was a tweet when the game was finally out, and the replies stated pure facts and Google history showing their bullshit. It turns out Street Fighter V had 4 online betas across the course of its development to fix any server errors. That's a whole year's worth of time. So that was the first lie, with many replies to that particular tweet being along the lines of, what do you mean you did not have time? You had plenty of time. You had 4 open betas, a whole year's worth of time. Then they lied, again apologising for the mess and stating all, remember that word kids, it's important, all DLC will be free when it's ready. Only it won't. As a trip over to Steam reveals a season pass which has 6 DLC characters and costumes locked off unless you're willing to pay an extra 30 quid. That's $40 on top of the $60 you've already paid. Keep in mind that £45, $60, you're getting an early access game with a measly amount of characters, each with a tutorial of a story. In terms of offline content, there's barely an hour worth of play here. 2 hours of play if you suck and have a hard time with some opponents. But still, $60 for 2 hours. Please. Oh, but we will add more characters and stuff if you buy the season pass for an extra cost. And they say they're not lying about all content being free. Well, I guess you could spin it to say that they're not. Yeah, all of the DLC will be free for those that have bought the season pass. But then it gets even worse. Spyro, we're pretty much at the bottom of the barrel. How can you get much worse than this? Well, dear viewer, you might have noticed throughout this review I have used an MS Paint picture with the words Road Brawler 5 on it. You see, this is because after the immense backlash, they issued a patch to try and do some damage control. It barely fixed anything, but it did get the online working and controllers were now supported. So, we fixed it. And if anyone is showing footage of the broken game, then you're wrong, as we fixed it. So them videos are a misrepresentation of our product, and they're going down. Yes, Capcom pulled the biggest stupid in the book and was taking down videos of the broken game after the patch came out to try and spin it like they never did anything wrong. So, here is my video. There is no content of their game, so they can't get me on that one, and there is no logo of their game, so they can't have me on that one either. The only thing of theirs is the names I'm saying, and while I would win, this being a review and the content being fair use, well, we know how that's been going recently on YouTube. Regardless, this now flagging of videos, combined with the abysmal unplayable state the PC version launched in, the lies about not having time and saying all content will be free when it's not, hence the season pass, the pathetic 2 hours of content you're getting for $60, the online not working correctly, and all of the missing features like the full story modes and arcade mode has pushed consumers to their limits. Everyone, be it reviewer or general gamer, that watches these reviews has had it with AAA and their excuses, and it has sparked the hashtag return SFV or return Street Fighter V. Now, let's make this clear. This is not an attack on Capcom, but AAA as a whole. And it's pretty much a mirror image of the Fine Bros incident. Everyone was sick of YouTube's community guidelines being broken, content strikes and channels going down for doing nothing wrong, when there are channels out there that are clearly abusing the system and getting away with it. People were being pushed to the edge. Then the Fine Brothers come along, a hugely popular channel, and did the whole React World thing. And that was the breaking point where everyone had had enough of all the shit and lashed out. It was not aimed at the Fine Brothers, but they took the brunt of it as it was them that made the internet snap. Stress has been building in AAA for years. PC ports being downright shit, games being released in broken states to be patched later, and games like Street Fighter being released with missing content, and that content being locked away behind season passes. People were at the breaking point with AAA, and like the Fine Brothers, it was Capcom that took the full force of the internet, as it was this broken mess that made everyone snap. Capcom did not know it would, so they were shocked at the negative press that they got, getting even more hate than normal. Now, it was still wrong to bring out Street Fighter V when they did, and in the state that they did. And you know what the worst part about all this is? Once you get online, it's not even that good. Street Fighter V is just kind of boring. It's clear that they did not care, and it's nothing more than a generic fighter. It has nothing. The specials are kind of meh, and a KO state just results in the opponent falling to the ground. Pick any fighting series' last installment, and it probably has more effort put into it. Injustice has better servers, and their servers were pretty bad. Mortal Kombat X has some cool finishing moves, and Smash Brothers is just all around much more fun and nicer to look at. So, my final verdict for Street Fighter V, now in early access, is an abysmal 1 out of 5. My extra words to that title are no joke. This game is literally in early access. It's clearly unfinished in every way, with many things missing like half the cast and full story modes and arcade modes, and some of it, like 6 characters, locked behind the season pass. They have patched the servers slightly, so you might get online, but it's still prone to go down on the PC version. And for $60, £45, that is literally unacceptable, considering if you can't get online, that $60, £45 is going to net you a little more than 2 hours worth of gameplay. I and my 2 other PC friends have returned this via the Steam refund policy, as you would get a far better experience taking that $60, £45 and lighting it on fire. Or, being that kind of stupid, go buy Smash Brothers, or like 3 or 4 indie games, like Undertale, Isaac, Terraria. Anything is better than this poor excuse for a game. I will urge anyone watching this, even if you are a Street Fighter fan, not to buy it in its current state, as it's nigh unplayable and it is not good value for money. And I know there is at least one person watching this right now that is a Street Fighter fan that is going to be raging at me. I bet they have already left a comment in the comment section below. Am I right, Queen Chrysalis? And it will say something along the lines of, the PS4 version is so much better, why did you not review that? And there might be many other Street Fighter fans in the same boat, to which I say, that's not my job. It's not my job to pick the best version and give Capcom or any company some kind of protection. I review the version that is easiest for me to get. I am a PC user, so I'm going to review the PC version. And even then, that's no excuse. As a big business, you are supposed to please as many people as you can. All versions, be it PC, PS4, Wii, whatever, all versions should be in good working order, not just one. But more importantly, I want this to be a message to AAA, that enough is enough. People are sick of crappy, broken, unfinished games and will no longer stand for lame excuses of, "Oh, we didn't have time to finish it." Yes, you did. And now with the Steam refund, people are going to return your broken game and get to post their negative reviews. So let Capcom serve as your martyr, AAA. And remember, that broken, buggy, unfinished game that you say you're going to patch later might not be something you want to release, as you will get backlash from it, and it will be returned. So take heed, EA and Ubisoft.